hello there, another video tutorial. We're still using the Among the Branches stamp set and embossing folder. These two pieces right here. I'm going to show you a little bit on the embossing folder. We're going to use a few of these stamps as well, and we are going to make this card. Spooky. And it is an easel card, so that it stands up. Hadn't done an easel card in forever. Got the original tutorial years ago. I've been a demonstrator for 6 years, and oh my gosh, I think it was one of the first projects that I ever did off Split Coast stampers. So the tutorial is there if you like. I'm going to show you how to do the easel card and this particular card with the Among the Branches. So first thing I'm going to do is take my archival ink, my black ink, and my Spooky from the Among the Branches. I'm going to ink him up. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera a little bit. Cool. And look at the stamp. It has gone completely black. We have used this so much. We used it at club, and I've used it myself, and I can't get it clean, so to speak, which is fine by me. It means it's well loved, right? The Among the Branches pairs up with the 2-inch circle punch. So I'm going to punch this guy out. So we've got our Spooky done. We are going to take some pieces of cardstock next. And I'm just going to open up my grid paper so I can give you some measurements, because I can't quite remember the measurements offhand. So we have a piece of Whisper White that is 4 by 5 1/4. We have a piece of Basic Black that is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So this sits in this guy right here. Then we have a piece of Basic Gray. Ignore the score line that's there. That was a boo-boo. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, which is the standard card size. So that's going to layer with that. And then we have a base piece, which is 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. You're going to take your Simply Scored, and you're going to score at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. And the 4 1/4 is pretty much half. So you're going to fold that down, and then you're going to fold this piece back on itself. Okay, so you end up with a zigzag. So you've got your 8 1/2 piece, fold it in half, and fold it back up. Those are your score lines. Your score lines that were at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. Okay. We're going to take our big gray piece, and I'm going to put Snail. So we folded in half, folded this back. We're going to put Snail in this piece right here. Okay. I found the easiest way to attach this was to line up both of these ends together, because this goes on the front. Okay. So I've got this piece folded down. I'm just going to hold it with my finger. I'm going to line up the bottom edges here. And then I'm going to lay that flat down. And you'll see the easel card. Okay. We need something for the easel to butt up against so that it'll stand up. So I just have a piece of Whisper White. It's 4 1/4, so it's the same width. I just did a 1-inch piece. I didn't do anything too big, and I just want it close to the end. You could decorate this. You could put a little bird on it if you wanted to, or one of the owls, or a happy Halloween, whatever you like. Probably gonna get my head in the way here. There we go. And then this will just stand up against that piece. It's going to be heavier once we've got all the pieces on it. Okay, so we've got our base done. Put that aside. And we've got our black and our white piece. In the other video for the other stamp club project, you've already seen me do this, so I'm going to do a quick tutorial again, but we're not going to go into too much depth. I want the back side, so this has the birches, the trees are up. I want this side. Okay, I want the side that has the background up. I'm going to take my smoky slate and I'm just going to run my sponge over the background pieces. And cover the whole thing just so that I don't run it through and miss out on any corners. I'm going to take my white piece. I'm going to fold this up and run it through the big shot. And what I'm going to end up with is this. So the gray in the background, I did a couple of them. They're both different. The gray is in the background and your birch trees pop right up. Pretty cool, eh? So this is going to be snailed onto our black backing piece. Don't go all the way to the edges on this sky because we do have a little bit of room all the way around. Stick that on. And then we're going to take our little birds from the Among the Branches set. Again, my head might get in the way. I want to see where this owl is going. And I'm going to put the owl and the little birdie, crow, on my card, sitting among the branches. So there's my background all done. I'm just going to set that aside. I'm going to bring my spooky back. This was the 2-inch punch. I took the silver foil paper and punched out the 2.5-inch circle. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of my spooky. These are the dimensionals from my paper pumpkin kit, and I find the backs don't come off as easily on these guys as our regular ones. They still stick really well, though. There we go. Just going to grab a baby wipe because my fingertips are just to make sure they're clean before I touch anything else. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take some of our doilies. These are the spiderweb doilies from the holiday catalog. I love these. These are so fun. And I'm going to put some snail on the back of this. I'm going to put this in the center of my card. And I'm going to take my Whisper White that I've embossed with my black backing. I'm going to put some snail in the back of this. I'm just going to take the corner. And I've got it hanging off the corner there. So I'm just going to cut off the remainder that's here. So if I flip this over, I can just follow my cardstock for a nice straight line. And then your spooky is kind of hanging off the end there. There. Get those pieces out of the way. And we've got our spooky with our spider web. And now I'm going to put some dimensionals on this guy too. So I can raise this up a little bit again. Get the dimensional off here. I'm going to bring back my card base. I'm going to close it up. And this guy should fit. And again, there's a little overlapping. I did the 1/8 of an inch. There's just a little tiny bit. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. The white is an 1/8 of an inch less than the black. The black, yes, is an 1/8 less than the gray. So you're just going to have a little tiny rim. You've got your white, your basic black, and your basic gray. It's a little hard to see in the video. I think there we go. You can see the 3 layers. And then now that the top part's a little heavier, when you stand that up, it stands right underneath the white strip. Of course, there we go. It's not to do it now that we're doing the video. So there we go. There's another card using the Among the Branches stamp set. And an easel card. It displays well, which is awesome. Because then people can display it once you give it to them. Hope you had fun. Happy stamping!